Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Yard Dogs channel, where we help you take your lawn care business from being a pain in the grass and turn it into the business that you've always dreamed of. Today, we're actually going to be going into flyers and print mail. Now, some of you may be wondering, in our digital age, isn't print dead? Do they even work anymore now that we have Google ads and Yelp and Home Stars and all these online Facebook ads and Instagram ads? The answer is yes, print still works. However, you need to do it properly. Now that everyone's moved over to the digital types of advertising, the mailbox of homeowners have actually become a lot less cluttered, but the price has really gone up to make it happen. So there are 4 things that every single flyer needs if it's going to be a success. If you miss one of these 4 things in your flyer, you risk having this be a huge money burn, and you need an ROI on your flyers because it's in a very expensive way to advertise. We're going to jump right into it because we've done it good, we've done it bad, but we figured out what the 4 things are and we make sure we do it every single time. Let's get started. Every single flyer needs 4 components that if you miss any one of the 4, you're setting yourself up for failure, and it's a very expensive type of marketing, so we want to make sure that your return on investment is quite substantial. Now, we've done a ton of mistakes when it comes to flyers. We have spent thousands of dollars in the wrong way on how we've made them, how we've sent them out, and who we sent them to. And over time, especially speaking with other different entrepreneurs, we've learned the proper way in this type of business to put together your first flyer. So stay tuned and let's jump right into it. So this year, we're doing 500,000 flyers. We live in Calgary, which is a city of about 1.3 million people, and we're gonna be printing out 500,000 of them. 200,000 of those flyers are gonna be these ones. I have 200,000 flyers that are going to be pertaining to weed control services, and then I have another 100,000 flyers this season that are gonna be for mosquito control. This one in particular is all about making your lawn green, weed-free, and beautiful. I'll post some pictures on the side here, but the 4 components that you need to make sure that your flyer campaign is a success is as following. First and foremost, design. Your flyer needs to be beautiful. It needs to captivate an audience, and it needs to actually show that it's worth reading. Remember, your flyer is going to be arriving with a lot of people as what they associate as junk mail. Random brochures for pizza deals, random brochures for McDonald's, brochures for the local law office, the dental office, etc. Yours needs to stand out. And first and foremost, you need to make sure it's large enough. I recommend talking to your, wherever it sends your flyers in your area. We use Canada Post, for example. Talk to them about what their credentials are. What size does it have to be minimum, and what's the maximum size that it can be without folding in half? Figure out what it is and choose the biggest one you possibly can because it needs to stand out when it arrives in someone's mailbox. Don't worry about the extra costs associated with making it go from 4x6 to 8x11 if you're allowed to do that size. It's worth every penny to stand out because the last thing you want is for your money to go out and those flyers just go into people's blue bins throughout the season. You want to make sure it really pops. So I recommend don't design it yourself. If you're starting off, yes, it's good practice to get, but if you're just not a person like me that can really have an eye for making it beautiful and captivating, have someone help you with that. Hire a graphic designer from Upwork, from Fiverr, or if you have a friend who's really nifty when it comes to designing things on the computer, have them make it for you. It's worth spending, 50 to 100 bucks for someone to really put something clean and precise together than you spending hours getting it perfectly only for what your capacity isn't nearly what someone else can just do because it's just what they have an eye for. So first component, it has to be beautiful and it has to stand out. It has to pop with all the different flyers that are there in their mailbox. Number 2 is the promotion. Your flyer has to have a very specific promotion that allows and gives the person a call to action for what you want them to do with the flyer. Do you want the flyer to intrigue them to call and get a quote for your services? Do you want them to go to your website? What's the purpose of this flyer? Make sure you're very crystal clear about that and have the promotion reflective about that. People love getting a deal. Like personally, the flyers I love those flyers from Domino's that say, hey, for this weekend, what's the special going to be? Half off pizzas, for example. A promotion gets people sparked and it intrigues them to actually do something about what your promotion is. But there's a few things that go into this. A promotion needs to be 3 things. First, it needs to be time sensitive. What you don't want is someone taking your flyer and say, oh yeah, that's pretty sweet, puts it in a drawer, never looks at it again. You want it to say, hey, offer ends May 15th, 2021. This promotion is valid until April 19th, 2021. It has to have an end date to get some fire under people's butts so they actually do something and reach out to you. The second thing it needs, you need to be able to track the success of this flyer. So what's great about a promotion is that when they call in, they're going to say, oh, and I have the promotional code FLY20. Therefore, on your CRM or the system that you use, you can show, oh, how did they hear about us? Well, the flyer, because they're using that promotion, FLY20, and I can actually track how many clients we got from that promotion, because there has to be a break-even point. The break-even point is how much money you spent on the whole campaign, which includes the cost of the printing, cost of the paper, and the cost to actually get into people's mailboxes versus what money actually came in, what the profit was for the job. Make sure when you're tracking how much your return on investment is, you need to be using the number that's associated with profit, not the number that's associated with revenue. Because if you spend $5,000 on flyers and get $5,000 in sales, you've lost money. Why? Because $5,000 in sales, you still have to do the work. You still have to pay your employees to go do things. You need to pay for the materials. You still have to spend a lot of time to get the work done. So you need $5,000 if $5,000 is how much you spend on flyers, you need $5,000 profit to break even. So never forget that. The third thing your promotion needs, it has to be attractive. Saving 5% doesn't turn on anybody, Getting a free application does. Sometimes it's best to put your promotion in terms of dollar value or in terms of service offering rather than a percentage off. 5% off, 10% off. No one really cares, Unless it's 50 or 40% off, nothing's gonna really get someone happy about it. But instead of saying 10% off, why don't you say $20 off? Why don't you say free seating with any of our services? Free mosquito, buy 4 mosquito control programs and get your 5th one free. Buy 4 mosquito applications and get your 5th one free. Buy any of our packages and get a free super juicing application. Make sure the promotion is something that actually has value to the person, not just the percentage off. We can't compete that way. There's too many companies out there like Domino's that are giving 50% off pizzas. McDonald's giving you buy one, get one free burger. You can't afford to give someone 50% off a package, at least you shouldn't be, and otherwise your prices are too high. But make sure that the offer is compelling and isn't just a percentage off, it's actually some sort of a monetary value or something that they can comprehend in their mind as, oh yeah, that's actually a pretty good thing. The third thing you need, timing. You can have a beautiful flyer, the nicest flyer that anyone has ever seen. You can have the best promotion ever, 100% off any of our packages. But in Lawncare, timing is everything. The best time to send a flyer is after the winter months when the birds start chirping and that snow starts melting. So long as their lawn is covered with snow or the temperatures are -20 overnight, your promotion, your design doesn't matter. People's head aren't in the lawn care game. I have made the mistake of sending tens of thousands of dollars flyers way too early. And people say, oh yeah, no, that's pretty cool, but lawn care might even think about it, right into the trash, right? And don't send it too late either. If you send a lawn care brochure for your spring cleanups in June, no one's doing spring cleanups anymore. Into the trash it goes. So you want to make sure that the timing of your promotion is very important. Now, personally, I like to drop off our flyers on a Friday or a Monday at the post office so that it actually gets into people's mailboxes between Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, because people tend to collect their mail at the end of the week naturally. Sometimes people get every day like me. I just like the feeling of opening your mailbox. But anyways, you want people to sift through your flyers all at once, and people look at things a little bit more once the weekend. Once Wednesday happens, people will start to get in a better mood because the weekend's right around the corner. So you want to make sure that your thing arrives in the right time of the week. The most important, make sure the sun is out. Make sure the snow is off the lawns, and make sure that people are actually starting to think about lawn care, because until their head is in it, they ain't buying, no matter what you do. The fourth one is the list of people you're sending it to. It's a shame to make a beautifully designed flyer with the best promotion at the right time, only to send it to a condo. People in a condo don't have buying decisions for their lawn. You want to make sure that flyer gets the target audience of yours. So you want to know their demographics. What income brackets of people typically buy your lawn services? Are these married people with several kids? Are these single persons? What kind of list are you sending this to? So you really want to break it down. In my instance, I find flyers have to go to a single family detached home, right? Because I need to make sure that person actually has a house and actually has a lawn. I get flyers, I live in a townhouse. I get flyers all the time that go to my mailbox, and I don't even have any say in who does our lawn, right? For us, a single family detached home, I want to make sure that they're actually owners of their home, not renters, because renters don't care. They're not going to pay for lawn care. That's the landlord's problem. You don't want to go to condos, you don't want to go to townhouses, you don't want to go to apartments, single family detached homes with a certain income bracket. Make sure they can actually afford your services. There's parts in Calgary, for example, I don't send flyers to the Northeast. The money in the Northeast is just different than it is in the Northwest and Southwest and Southeast. So I make sure that I send as many flyers, not only to places that have money, but places where I already have the most clients. 50% of our clients are in the Northwest of Calgary. So I want to make sure that people in the Northwest keep getting flyers, because the best lawn care client is the neighbor of an existing lawn care client. Drive time, the windshield time, driving in between applications, is what kills your margin. It's what kills your business. So I want to make sure that people who are near clients I already have are getting that flyer, and I've made that list. If you use Canada Post, if you're doing this in Canada, they have these awesome target softwares that when you're doing the campaign through them, that helps you decide what kind of income should these people have? What kind of home do they live in? What kind of life do they have? Are they married? Are they divorced? Do they have kids? Do they not have kids? All that census data that Canada Stats Canada collects, they've incorporated into the software, and it's actually extremely valuable, because do not send your flyers to someone that can't even buy your and purchase your services. So these four things make a great So these four things combined, and only when they're all combined, create a flyer. You know, having a beautiful design, making sure there's a very good promotion that's intriguing, making sure the timing of your flyer is perfect, and that it's going to the relevant people that can actually purchase your service. Print, mail, and flyers are not dead. In fact, they're more alive than ever, because everyone has now gotten off of flyers and they start to hit up the social media and the YouTube ads, which is great. Those work fantastic as well. But now the flyer space is becoming more of a luxury. You know, everyone used to bombard people with flyers, and people are pulling out of flyer marketing these days because it was too cluttered. But now it's becoming a free option again, and it's not free. It's becoming an option that's still very good, and it's one of many different channels you should be using for your marketing today. If you do it properly, flyers still work here in 2021. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you own a lawn care company and you found this information valuable, please hit that subscribe button, give me a like, tell any of your local entrepreneurs that are in the same industry about us, so that we can really help you get your lawn care business to the next level.